But the presentation today was talking about the dynamics of the customer interactions that we have every day in the contact center in our industry. And today it's more than just the phone. It's also email. It's clicking to chat on the internet. It's also things in social media, and how to link all those interactions together so that the customer who's interacting with us on the phone can also know that this is the same person in email and chat, and they're working together. Because if you can analyze what the customer wants, what the agent has at their desktop, the channel of communication that you have with that particular customer, and understand the context of what they're saying, you can truly make an impact, I believe, in the way the dynamics of the customer relationship is happening. The market is changing because many people are starting to think, how can I save costs? How can I save costs? And how can I reduce the cost in my contact center? But at the end of the day, you can only save as much cost as you spend. And so now people are starting to think, how can I increase revenue? How can I increase revenue? Because you can always go up in increasing revenue, but you can't always, you can reduce your costs only to zero. But by increasing revenue, the trends of what we're starting to see is that the agents have more information, they have more tools to be able to offer the customer new add-ons and cross-sell and upsell opportunities that when they're on the phone, when they're on the internet, to actually increase the revenue and make the call center something that is a strategic part of the revenue generation of a company and not just saving costs. I think the most interesting case study that we've seen in our industry lately is in the areas of predicting churn. And predicting churn is one of those things that is somewhat complicated to translate, but it's basically knowing when to save a customer and how to save a customer from leaving you and going to a competition. And what we've seen is that the examples that we're seeing today is that if I can predict today where my customer will be in the future, then I can go ahead and make offerings to that customer right now to be able to get them to stay, or change the way I'm doing business, or change the way my product is priced, or how I receive service, so that I can avoid losing a customer. And so one of our customers is actually doing this right now to be able to go in and use the analysis of the interactions to be able to understand, first of all, the emotions that the customers express on the call. Also to understand patterns and the behaviors in the way they spend money, so that if you see a customer and they're starting to reduce the amount of money they're spending with you, you can make an assumption that maybe this is someone who's about to leave and go to the competition. Also, it could be changing devices. It could be something like in the mobile phone industry, where when someone calls and they have questions about a new phone, you can assume in many cases that because of that they're actually looking to maybe go to a competition or looking at other phones with the competition, and they want to see things so that they could make a better decision maybe about leaving your company. And so to do that and to be able to predict churn is important, so that I can know in advance where my customers will be in the future. And if I know that, then I can take what we call real-time impact, an impact now, so that I can tell the agent this is what you should say, or I can go on the website and I can change the information. And if I do that, then I can avoid that customer ever leaving in the beginning, in the first place.